for being here. I would first like to acknowledge God because without him I wouldn't be here today, receiving one of the highest honors given in our community. Secondly, I'd like to acknowledge my family, my friends, my teammates, my coach, and my teachers who are here today. Without them, I wouldn't be the woman standing here before you today. I am forever grateful for this honor. Just 1 month ago today, if someone had told me that I'd be here this morning standing before you all receiving this award, I would not have believed them. This honor is ultimately an illustration of God's blessings and favor in my life. The day I was born, I was placed in foster care. For 2 years after that, I was never in one home for more than 3 months at a time. For those first 2 years, I was oblivious to the circumstances surrounding me because I was just 2 years old. That is when God began to work in my life. When I was 2 years and 3 months old, God placed me with my forever family. Since that day, I've grown up in a Christian household with parents who instilled in me the importance of faith. However, growing up, there was this small voice that always whispered in my ear that I wasn't good enough, that maybe if I had been good enough, then my biological family would have loved me. Maybe they would have taken time to care for me. But as I grew as a woman, I was still continually faced with those doubts of doubting my own self-worth, feeling like I wasn't good enough. But I'm here to tell you today that what the devil plans to harm me with, God will use for your good. I found my identity in Christ. I know my worth. God sent his only son to die for me, to die for you. That's how much he loves me, and that's how much he loves you. Instead of letting those feelings of not being good enough identify me, God helped me channel those into a constructive force for building my life. I use those feelings to fuel my determination to not quit in situations when quitting would have been easier. I use those feelings as fuel to always give my best to prove my self-worth. I find myself striving to be the best version of myself that I can be, whether that's in my athletics, my academics, or my relationship with Christ. Having a relationship with Christ has taught me that I shouldn't live for man's acceptance. Instead, do everything to the best of my ability for the glory of God. Having the love of Christ in my life has empowered me with the ability and the drive to continually persevere through the feeling of not being good enough. Not a day goes by that I don't think that I could have done better, but I go to bed every night knowing that God thinks I'm worthy enough for him to send his only son to die for me. 1 Corinthians 10:31 has become my favorite verse, guiding my actions. It states, "Whatever you do, do for the glory of God." Today, I realize that the trials and doubts that I had to overcome made me who I am, and I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for them. Those trials have given me a platform to reach out to others who might be going through similar trials as mine. Don't leave here today without knowing that God is never going to give up on you. He's never going to quit on you. There may be some of you here today that don't think you're worthy of being loved, but I'm here to tell you that you are. I still struggle with those feelings of not being good enough. You may feel that way sometimes too, but we can't quit and we can never give up. Being an athlete or being a student has taught me that giving up is not an option when you have goals set that you want to achieve. Maybe you want to have an A in calculus at the end of the semester, or maybe you want to beat that team to advance to the championship game. Giving up and quitting is not an option. God will give you the strength you need to face your giants and to overcome those situations that seem impossible. I'm not here today because of anything that I've done. I'm here today because God never gave up on me, because God never quit on me. Finally, I'm very thankful for Mr. Brian and Ms. Kathy, the Taylor Haugen Foundation, and the All Sports Association for choosing me to carry on the legacy of someone so special. Thank you for accepting me into the Taylor Haugen family. To me, nobody symbolizes perseverance better than the Taylor Haugen family. Don't quit, never give up. Thank you, and God bless.